Have you ever heard your own laughter? When you weren't the one laughing. Every night, at exactly 3:14 a.m., I woke up to the sound of someone laughing in my hallway. But here's the thing, it wasn't just anyone's laughter, it was mine. At first, I thought I was dreaming. But the longer it went on, the more I realized something terrifying. Whatever was out there in the dark wasn't just mimicking me, it was trying to become me. My name's Daniel. I'm 32 years old, and I live alone in a small apartment on the 3rd floor of an old building in the city. It's usually quiet to quiet sometimes. But 3 weeks ago, that silence started to break. The first time it happened, I woke up suddenly, my body cold, heart pounding. The clock on my nightstand showed 3:14 a.m. That's when I heard it. A laugh, soft at first, like someone trying not to be heard. It came from the hallway, just outside my bedroom door. It was familiar, too familiar. I froze, listening. The laugh grew louder, clearer, and I realized it sounded exactly like me. My tone, my pitch, my laugh. The one I'd heard 1,000 times in my own mouth, except now it was warped, hollow, like someone was mocking me from behind the wall. I sat there in the dark, staring at the crack of light under my bedroom door. I whispered, "Hello." Nothing, just silence. Then one last short chuckle, and it faded away down the hall. I didn't sleep after that. The next morning, I convinced myself it was just a dream. Maybe I was overtired, stressed, whatever. I tried to laugh it off. But that night, I woke up again, same time, 3:14 a.m., and the laughter was back. Only this time, it was closer. I grabbed my phone and switched on the flashlight. The beam cut through the dark as I stepped out into the hallway. Nothing. No one. My heart pounded in my ears as I checked every corner, every door. The windows were locked. The front door still bolted shut. I told myself I was being ridiculous, but something felt wrong. The air was heavy, thick, like someone was holding their breath nearby. I turned every light on and sat awake until sunrise. The next morning, I noticed something strange on my phone. My voice recorder, APWM, I sometimes used for work, had been recording all night. I didn't remember turning it on. Curious, I played it back. Hours of silence. Until exactly 3:14. And there it was, my laugh, echoing through my apartment. Only this time, between the laughter, there was a whisper, one single word: wake up. That's when I started to lose it. The following night, I decided to record everything. I set up my phone camera, facing the hallway. If there really was someone or something, I'd have proof. I didn't want to sleep, but exhaustion won. Sometime around 3, I jolted awake again. The laugh came, this time deeper, slower. I held my breath. It sounded like it was right outside the door. Then silence. I grabbed my phone and checked the recording. My hands were shaking as I hit play. The hallway was still for a few seconds. Nothing happened. Then a shadow moved slow, gliding across the wall. As it passed, I heard the laugh again, distorted, low, echoing through the speaker. I paused the video, heart racing, and in that frozen frame, I saw a faint face in the dark. It was mine. After that, I stopped sleeping. I tore through the apartment, checking walls, vents, ceilings. No hidden speakers. No sign of entry. I even called the landlord. He swore no one else had keys. But that night, 3:14, the laughter came again. Only this time, it wasn't in the hallway. It was inside my room. It was close, too close. I couldn't move. My eyes darted to the side, and That's when I felt it. The mattress beside me dipped just slightly, as if someone had sat down. I could hear breathing, then a whisper right next to my ear. "Why are you awake, Daniel?" I screamed. Threw on the light, nothing there. But the bed was still indented, like someone had just gotten up. I stayed awake for 2 days after that. By the third night, I was desperate. I called a local priest. He listened quietly, then said something that made my blood run cold. He said, "What you're describing isn't a haunting, it's a mimic. They're drawn to repetitions, sounds, laughter, words. When you laugh alone, they learn from it. Sometimes, they replace the source." He handed me a small wooden cross and told me not to respond if it ever spoke in my voice again. That night, I sat in the living room with the cross in my hand. I didn't even try to sleep. 3:14 came, and for the first time, nothing happened. Relieved, I let out a shaky laugh till I heard it again. Behind me, Daniel. I turned around, and there I was, standing in the hallway. Same face, same clothes, same terrified eyes staring back at me. He smiled, my smile. "You're not supposed to be awake." Then he started laughing. My laugh, the sound echoed through the apartment, bouncing off the walls, growing louder, sharper, until I couldn't tell if I was screaming or laughing anymore. I stumbled to the door, yanked the handle, but it wouldn't move. The locks had twisted the wrong way, reversed somehow. The light flickered, and when I turned back, he was gone. Only the laughter remained. Now, every night, the laughter comes sooner, sometimes before midnight. Sometimes I hear it in the walls, or behind the mirror when I brush my teeth. I've started hearing it in places it shouldn't be, on the street, at work, even when I'm talking to other people. I'll hear my laugh overlapping mine, and sometimes I'll catch my reflection smiling when I'm not. Last night, I woke up again. He was there, standing at the foot of my bed, grinning, watching. He leaned forward and whispered, "It's your turn to sleep." I felt something cold on my chest, like a hand pressing down. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. When I opened my eyes this morning, everything looked normal, but my reflection didn't move when I did. Now, I don't know if I'm the original anymore. Maybe he's the one telling this story. Maybe I'm already gone. If you're hearing this, if you ever wake up to the sound of your own laughter in the dark, don't go looking for it. Don't record it. Don't answer it. Because the moment you do, it knows you've noticed, and that's when it starts taking your place. So, if you're watching this right now, and you suddenly hear laughter coming from somewhere in your house, make sure it's really you. Are you sure it's you who's laughing right now? If this story gave you chills tonight, leave a comment below. Tell me, what would you do if you woke up to the sound of your own laughter in the hallway? And if you want more real horror stories like this, subscribe and join me again in the dark, because next time, the story might be about you.